Hi everybody, it's Carly here. I think I'll just wait a little bit for everybody to get online. Hi everyone, it's Carly here from In-Home Holistics. I will wait a few more minutes for people to come online. Hope everybody's well. So it's almost time. I'm actually a little bit early. Wow. So we're going to be starting shortly. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes here, and hopefully you guys stay with me. I guess I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Carly McEnany. I am a registered nutritionist and a certified personal trainer. I have been a nutritionist for, quite a few years, since 2000. And I've also been in the health and fitness industry since, basically I've been living in that industry since I was a child. So this is something that comes very natural and passionate. It's very near and dear topic to my heart. And I just like to talk to you guys today about what's happening in the world today is quite something. We're getting news every single day. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but definitely rapidly things have been changing, and we need to adapt to this situation. So as a nutritionist, with this first part of the series of 4 that I'm doing, we're going to talk about food wise today. And for me, I feel like the most important thing here for us is to make sure that we are doing what we can for our own selves and our family selves, but also keep in mind society, okay? So the first thing I'd like to say is that if you can shop online, do it online. Do not go to the stores when you don't have to, okay? I know it's tough. I actually did an online order yesterday. I can't get it until Tuesday night, and I didn't do any shopping or hoarding, stockpiling at all before any of this happened. As a matter of fact, I haven't shopped for almost 2 weeks now. So I would highly recommend that you do your best by making sure that you do some online groceries. Okay, so as you're shopping, we need to think about, okay, how are we going to make sure that we're bringing foods into the home that are going to support our bodies. Because you can use food as fuel, you can use food as medicine. There's absolutely no question about it. We all know that Allah created everything in balance and everything perfect, and the most natural way of Allah's creation is the best way for everybody and everything, especially our bodies. So yes, I know we're gonna be a little bit low for groceries as well, but alhamdulillah, what can I do? Somebody's just commenting they won't get theirs to the 28th. If you're not feeling well, ask a neighbor or a friend or a family member who is fine to go if you absolutely need to. These are the only types of reasons why we should be going out, because the sooner we start following the rules, the sooner this can all be over, but right now I feel like it's just not happening. So anyhow, getting to grocery shopping, we want to make sure that we are supporting our immune systems, and by doing that, we want to make sure that we are in the produce section and we are buying everything from our rainbow. Okay, so we want to get brightly colored fruits and vegetables, okay? Starting with berries, okay? Blueberries at the top, full of antioxidants. We want to make sure that we're getting kiwis and mangoes and things that are full of vitamin C, because vitamin C also supports our immune system. We also want to make sure we're getting any type of strawberries and melons because they're so hydrating. In terms of vegetables, cucumbers are amazing. Another thing that comes to mind that's really amazing is celery and sweet bell peppers, because they're really rich in the different pigments that are great antioxidants. All of these kind of things help support our immune system. They give it a boost, and it's not just one property in there that's so good for you, but it's the combination and the symbiotic relationship that all of them have and how they work together. Okay, so also, and in addition to celery and cucumber and peppers, please make sure that you're getting lots of leafy greens. This is really good for the bloodstream, very alkalizing, keeps the inflammation down in your body. And when you do that, there are many things that keep illness, disease, and infections at bay. Okay, also keeps your energies up really, really, really high. And that's what you want during these times too, because you still want to be productive. Now there's a huge issue with meat storage, and when we have issues with not having meat in our supermarket shelves, which has happened a lot, unfortunately, this is the reality we're at. So I'm going to make some suggestions for proteins that are not meat, more plant-based. Eggs, Greek yogurt, quinoa, oats, beans, lentils, nuts, seeds. All of these things are super rich in protein, but they also have added nutrients to them too. So when you're making a soup, you know, if you don't have chicken, don't worry about it. If you have a can of beans and if you have some quinoa, right, as soon as you cross those two over, you're getting a complete protein now. So you don't necessarily have to have meat with every meal. I'm in my backyard, Zainab. I'm just wondering, is the Wi-Fi okay back here? Because I'm not in my house, because I've got 4 kids in there who are unsupervised right now, and I'm choosing to do this outside, but I'm wondering if the Wi-Fi is okay. Can somebody comment to make sure that it is okay and that you guys are getting this, that you guys are getting a clear signal and the video's coming through fine? Zainab? Anybody? Okay, anyways, I'll continue. Just make sure that you are able to get other things in your diet that are not necessarily meat-based. Oh, you love the purple. Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, make sure that you're getting things in your diet that are not necessarily meat in terms of protein, but you can do a lot plant-based. Another thing I'd like to mention is grab a bag of hemp hearts. You can put hemp hearts on anything. This is not a typical item that people are stockpiling, because let's face it, they're buying all the cheap boxes of pasta, they're buying toilet paper, they're buying other things that aren't going to help you when it comes to your health, right? So we're fortunate in that regard. I am in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. That's where I live. That's where I was born. I was not born in Mississauga, but I was born in Ontario, Canada. So I live here with my family. I have 4 children. They're all inside right now. So I'm absorbing some vitamin D and taking in the beautiful sun right now that we are so fortunate to have. And yeah, another thing that I'd like to state, in addition to getting lots of rainbow colored fruits and vegetables and berries and kiwis and mangoes that are really, really rich in vitamin C and antioxidants, I'd also like to just make a little comment on sugars. If you're buying packaged, you know, things for your kids, whether they're cookies or muffins or those chewy gummy candies, whatever it is, sugar decreases the effectiveness of your immune system. Okay, so the more we reduce and cut out sugar, the worst kind of sugar, the better off your immune system will be. It can suppress your immune system quite some, actually. You would be shocked. It's also very inflammatory. When you have inflammatory foods, what happens is you can actually become more susceptible to infections because your cells are not functioning at their highest rate. So you want to make sure that you are not bringing too much sugar into your home. A little bit here and there is okay, totally understandable, but don't go overdosing on it with your kids. And I don't mean overdosing in that sense, but I do mean it in a sense that keep your blood sugar levels in check. Make sure that you are keeping the sugar on the low down, just because you're not able to necessarily be at your highest potential immunity wise when you got a lot of sugar in your system, and that's just a fact. We also really need to hydrate during these times. This is good advice on any given time, but especially when our immune systems are functioning at its low. You guys need to make sure that you are getting your water in. So what's different ways to get your water in? What are ways that we can do? Because some people just find water blah, and I just wanted to say that if you add a little bit of lemon to your water, it gives it a little bit of boost. It gives it more flavor. It also adds vitamin C to it. Once lemon is metabolized, I'll just say that it is alkaline. Okay, it starts off as acidic, but once it's in the body, it's alkaline. So that's a really good fun fact about lemon. Herbal teas are another really good way to stay hydrated, especially in the evening. You don't want to have caffeine because you don't want a stimulant at night. And caffeine, by the way, can make you more dehydrated because caffeinated beverages they act like a diuretic. So they kind of leach on and they pull out the excess water from your body and also nutrients. So you want to limit your caffeine. Definitely, if you want to have a coffee, that's fine, or a tea, that's fine, but don't have an excess amount. Okay, I'd like to get into some spices. Turmeric. I know a lot of you guys cook with turmeric. And I would just like to say that it has a huge effect as an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory in your system. It's even got cancer fighting properties to it. So if you can add turmeric to your smoothies, turmeric to your foods, keep adding it. I highly recommend it. Garlic and ginger are also wonderful immune boosters that help your body kill off viruses and bacterial infections as well. Cinnamon is a really good spice. It's an antioxidant. It's great for your liver. It also helps balance blood glucose levels. So you want to make sure that you are not being shy with your spices. Keep on adding them to your foods. Like I made homemade pancakes this morning, and in addition to the base, I definitely added cinnamon to them, just because why not, right? So add it to whatever you can when you can. This is a great immune system support, and highly, highly recommend it. That's what I have. Again, I know a lot of you have just joined on now, so I may review a couple things with you guys. First of all, to summarize everything, first of all, when it comes to shopping, please do it online. I know that this is challenging because everybody's backed up in their orders right now. I'm in the exact same boat. I'm just trying to hold on. I have barely any fruits and vegetables now, and I did get a whole bunch, but because my kids are home, they're constantly eating. And I have a 16-year-old, I've got a 14-year-old, I've got an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old. And they're just at these phases in their lives where they're just eating like crazy. So, and they're home all the time. So if that is the case, guys, make sure that you're stocking your shelves and your refrigerators with healthy foods, so that when they have nothing to turn to, like my 14-year-old son, who's not super savvy in the kitchen, he'll just reach in and grab a celery heart, cut it up, and just legit, he'll cut off the end, wash it, and just start dipping it in hummus. Might sound funny, but that's just how kids are, I find these days, but if that's what they have because it's easy and it's accessible, then that's what you should be bringing into the house, are healthy things that are going to give your body the ability to strengthen itself. You're going to be feeding your cells, okay? Every cell in your body, the 3 trillion of them, they all rely on nutrients on a regular basis. You can have foods that can feed those cells, nourish those cells, take care of your body, or you can have foods that simply just are damaging your body. And you don't want to have too much of those that are damaging your body. I get once in a while, you know, you want to have some cookies or a muffin or something like that. I get it, but don't make it something that you're regularly consuming. Make sure that it's something that is a treat. So, you know, 80-90% of the time, kids are going and reaching for healthy things. You know, I've got a daughter who will just pick up a bell pepper and just start eating it just because that's what's easy and that's what's convenient. Well, oh well, at least she couldn't go in and grab some gummy treats or something like that, because those are the kind of things that actually suppress your immune system during this time. So I highly recommend, again, that you stock your refrigerator with fresh fruits and vegetables from the entire color of the rainbow. Okay, so bell peppers, cucumbers, leafy greens. You want to go with blueberries and strawberries and raspberries, oranges, apples, kiwis, melons. Not all of the above, but pick from those because these are hydrating. They're full of antioxidants. They're full of vitamin C. Okay. And again, when we're talking about protein, a lot of our shelves have been emptied when it comes to meat. So we have substitutes, guys. We don't have to rely on chicken and beef and lamb. We can eat other things that are very rich in protein that will do the job, if not better sometimes, than meat. We overconsume meat, as you see. That's why all the meat's gone, because people feel like they need so much of it. No, you don't. You don't need to have meat in every single meal of your life. It's just, it goes against who we are. And in addition to that, it's not appropriate. It's not being socially responsible. Okay, you went and took meat from all the people who couldn't go afford it, and now they can't go buy a couple of pounds of meat because we have emptied the shelves. This is totally irresponsible, and we need to make sure that we are doing our job, right, as a human being, as a Muslim. So if you don't have meat in your house, if you have eggs, if you have nuts, if you have beans, if you have lentils, if you have seeds, even hemp hearts, amazing, amazing, amazing for protein, okay? So if you want to make a soup today, right, and you've got some veggies that you want to use up, put a can of beans in there, put in some lentils, put in some quinoa, and there you go. You have a complete protein-based soup. Very filling, nourishing. You're getting more fiber out of it. You're getting more things that will help reduce your cholesterol as opposed to adding to your bad cholesterol. And you're helping be more socially responsible, which is really important. Again, I'm going to talk about sugar and cut the sugar down. Okay, I'm not going to say cut it out. It's very hard for a lot of people to do that. I get it. But especially for you and your kids, if you want to support your immune system and you want it at its optimal level, I highly recommend that you make sure that you're reducing your sugar, okay? Because your sugar intake is not going to be helping you whatsoever. It suppresses your immune system, okay? Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Add some lemon or some lime to your water. Make a fusion with cucumbers and strawberry and mint if you need things to keep you hydrated without juice. Also herbal teas, and reduce your caffeine. So enjoy a coffee or a tea, no problem, but don't have too much of it. Spices, turmeric, garlic, ginger, cinnamon, okay, all these things are great for your immune system, great for your liver, anti-inflammatory, antioxidants. So you want to make sure that we are getting those in our meals all the time. We have a lot more time on our hands to make smoothies. We have a lot more time on our hands to make meals now. So now is the time to put that into practice. Take your whole foods, get the kids involved. You can teach math while you're cooking, okay? And making sure that your kids are involved in helping cook a healthy meal will definitely inspire them to want to eat that healthy meal. And you can, in fact, like I said, implement some homeschooling into cooking. You don't have to have them do them worksheets. Getting the kids in the kitchen is amazing for teaching because you're engaging them in the practice and the implementation of the concept they're learning, as opposed to just, they don't connect well with just a pen and a worksheet all the time. They need something different, and this is a great way to bond, a great way for them to be inspired to eat healthier foods, to learn a few things in the kitchen, and homeschool at the same time. Okay, so that's basically all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please save them, because the fourth part of this series is going to be a part Q&A. So thank you all for joining, and have a wonderful day. Get some vitamin D because it's out, at least in Mississauga it is. Assalamu alaikum.